It's always a delight to have you join us for the news at 10 on NTA News 24, live from Abuja. I am Vivian Ezadifi. Let's begin with the headlines. President Bola Tinubu back home after international engagement on counter-terrorism in Rome. Defense headquarters refutes alleged coup attempt, describes report as false and misleading. Federal government taxes public and private organizations to uphold accountability in procurement.
Contract awards. They must send to me all the awards they did within a month.
Now the details of the report. President Bola Tinubu is back in Abuja after participating in the Akaba Process Heads of State and Government meeting in Rome, Italy. The Akaba Process is a counter-terrorism initiative launched by His Majesty King Abdullah II of Jordan in 2015. The Rome edition of the Akaba meeting, attended by the Nigerian president, focused on strengthening regional and international collaboration in the fight against terrorism and violent extremists, with particular attention to West Africa. Many heads of states and government also attended, including King Abdullah II of Jordan, Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, and the presidents of Chad, Paraguay, Sierra Leone, and Togo, among others. On the sidelines of the event, President Tinubu held a bilateral meetings with Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, King Abdullah of Jordan, and U.S. President Donald Trump's senior advisor on Arab and African affairs, Masoud Boulos. The Defense Headquarters, DHQ, has refuted what it described as a false and misleading report insinuating that the cancellation of activities marking Nigeria's 65th independence anniversary was linked to an alleged attempt military coup. A statement by the Director Defense Information, Brigadier General Tukuru Gusau, further described as unfounded the recent report announcing the arrest of 16 officers currently under investigation for professional misconduct. The statement affirmed that the decision regarding the cancellation of the 65th Independent Anniversary Parade was to allow President Tinubu to attend a strategic bilateral meeting outside the country and for members of the armed forces to sustain the momentum of the fight against terrorism, insurgency, and banditry. The headquarters reassured Nigerians that the ongoing investigation involving the 16 officers is a routine international process aimed at ensuring discipline and professionalism is maintained within the ranks, and an investigative panel has been constituted and its findings will be made public. The DHQ urged members of the public to disregard the falsehood being circulated by the purveyors of misinformation. And I have with me in the studio to speak more on that is a senior legal practitioner, Aliu Anas, to discuss the implications of such misinformation. So you're welcome to our studios.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so people dish out any kinds of information, like sensitive false information, without weighing the bigger implications on the nations. Perhaps they don't understand the implication of what they are saying. So what do you make of all this?
We just woke up yesterday, we heard about an information that misleads the public generally, and let me say this, I have to speak based on position of the law, and if any media or televisions like Sahara reporters have right in the constitution under section 390 for their right of expression. That does not mean for such particular television reporters to publish a false information information. Because why we say false information, the defense headquarters have come out publicly and then denied such information that's untrue, that has element of fallacy, and that people should not listen to that information. And of course, defense headquarters is the highest military institution that is known by the Nigeria Constitution under section 270 to 220. They have a full capacity to to say something and people to believe with them, because their information carry a big weight, and that people should discontinent or disregard the information publicized said by the Shara television is false and untrue, and that will cause a lot of problems to our nation. And this also is a criminal offense. It's a criminal defamations under section 59 of the Criminal Code and 373 of the Criminal Code, and Cybercrime Act 2025 also consider it that is also a false publication is a criminal offense, and that media or Shara reporter should have their limit of right of expression. And we are saying this, that Nigeria should not listen to those type of false information, and should also focus on the providing intelligent information to ride out security challenges in Nigeria. You can see the leadership concept of the defense headquarters, where they said their leadership concepts are rely on constitutional responsibilities and in a joint meeting and collaborative environment to tackle insecurity. If the military have intention to overthrow the government or coup, that will not publicly expose their leadership concept as rely solely on the constitution. And you can see their activities will tell you that what they really rely on is constitution and the democracy, and they're supporting the system of democracy. So that information is false, and it needs to be discontinued, and then for the peace and development of our country.
Okay. Besides debunking the allegation, they equally said there is an ongoing investigation involving the 16 officers mentioned as a routine internal process aimed at ensuring discipline. Do the military need to make such investigation public or private?
When something happened to the national, if it is national issues, so nothing should be hidden. They have nothing to hide, and that is why they are out to tell the public that they are doing investigation. Investigation, not the people that think their people said they have arrested their men. The military are bound by two laws: Armed Forces Act and the Constitution. So they have their law. If their officers violate the Armed Forces Act, they have to punish them. So the public to come out and say that there is under investigation on this is only then know why, what the offense they have committed. So, and they have for them to come out and say this, that means they have love for the nation, they are patriotic leaders, and then they have love for the nation, and they are ready to tell the Nigeria to calm down, and that there's nothing like that. Is false. This information should not be taken lightly, because this amount to treason offense in Nigeria, and Nigeria should focus more on their constitutional mandate rights under section 24, that they are bound to assist security agencies in fighting security challenges or insurgency, banditry, and terrorism. So therefore they should also go ahead and provide such intelligent information. This discontinent the issue of Shara reporters, and that's information, because it's on basis of the information released by the defense headquarters, which they are mature, and they have that information carry big weight. So they should listen to the information released by the defense headquarters, not Shara reporters. Those Shara reporters, the televisions that has been created 2006 have been lying up or lying up or lying. We should not listen to them. They are premature in terms of expressing their media issues and their rights. So their rights have the limitation, and the limitation is there under section 53, 59, and 373 Statutory and other and the Cybercrime Act, that they should limit their rights. They should not, that if you have a right for expression, that doesn't mean you can have a right to, for false publication, and that is wrong. And that will cause a lot of problem. And that limits your right under Section 45(2) of the 1999 Constitution. So it's lie. And since they say they came out, the defense secretary said it's lie, I will rely on that. I will listen to them for what the defense secretary has there. Don't have the right position to tell us whether it's right or wrong. And they said it's wrong. It's false or true, and that should be discontinued or regarded.
All right. Thank you for your insight into this misinformation on an attempted coup by the military, some members of the military anyway. Let's now move on to other stories. The Kwara State Police Command has arrested 5 suspects in connection with the September 28 deadly attack on Oke-Ode, where about 15 people were killed. CP Adekemi Ojo, who confirmed the arrest while briefing pressmen on the successes recorded by the command in September, said a total of 16 suspects have been arrested in the ongoing crackdown on kidnappers and other criminals in the state. Abdul Hafiz Alias report is here presented.
The 5 suspects, Umar Babuga, Muhammad Ahmed, Aliu Buba Aladi, Sidi Buba Aladi, and Sheikh Buba Aladi, according to the commissioner, were apprehended following intensified operations by the command's tactical teams. Their link with the attack on Ukede has been established, and the command will charge the suspects to court accordingly.
2 of them were said to have been arrested by that Balogun Bankole, and it was handed over to some military vigilante. So they were released. The Bankole was killed the second day. Wow. And that was why, if you see the incident of that, they went to that place and surrounded his house. And 2 of them were also cited in the invasion of Ukede.
While 3 other suspected kidnappers were allegedly accosted while plotting to kidnap a businesswoman who frequently traveled on Ikwani Ukiuyu Road. The police also intercepted cache of hard drugs and their suppliers. Items recovered from other suspects include 15 live rounds of AK-47 ammunition, a machete, a tricycle, and motorcycles allegedly stolen by the culprits.
Preliminary investigation revealed link between the suspect and a criminal syndicate involved in arms trafficking and kidnapping. The police detectives are conducting further investigation to determine the source and destination of the ammunition and to apprehend other members of the criminal network.
CP Adekimodu added that 2 of the 16 suspects were arrested for alleged defilement of a minor and sexual abuse of a 10-year-old girl.
Still on security matter, the Nigerian police force has reaffirmed its unwavering commitments to upholding the rule of law and maintaining public peace in line with constitutional provisions. This follows a subsisting order of the Federal High Court, Abuja Division, issued by Justice M.G. Umar in suit on a case between Federal Republic of Nigeria versus Omoyele Sowore and 4 others, which restrains the respondents and their associates from staging protests within and around Asu Rock Villa, the National Assembly, Force Headquarters, Court of Appeal, Eagle Square, and Shehu Shagari Way. In a statement, the force urged all groups, whether in support of or opposed to the agitation for the release of Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, to comply strictly with the court order. It reiterated that while citizens have the right to peaceful assembly, but such rights must be exercised responsibly and within the bounds of the law to ensure public safety and national security. The statement further advised intending protesters and counter-protesters to avoid restricted areas and desist from any acts capable of provoking violence or disrupting public order. There will be more reports after this timeout. Stay with us.
And the National Productivity Order of Merit Award goes to...
The only tomato paste manufacturer to win the National Productivity Order of Merit Award by the Federal Government of Nigeria, endorsed by the Association of Private Medical Practitioners of Nigeria. This is an evidence of 100% natural goodness, great quality and great taste. So eat healthy to live longer. Use Arisco tomato paste and products.
100% natural tomato.
Buy now and enjoy up to 20% discount.
Feel the power of precision, engineered to perfection. Every component is crafted with care, and each design is meticulously tested. From concept to creation, our engineers push the boundaries of technology, seamlessly blending performance and sustainability with a deep commitment to African ingenuity. Introducing the CNG Boss, a remarkable achievement in engineering designed to operate on compressed natural gas, a cleaner and more sustainable fuel alternative. At Innocent Vehicles, we proudly lead the way in creating greener mobility across Africa. And it doesn't stop there. From SUVs to sedans, spacious buses to electric cars, Innocent offers a wide range of models designed to meet every need. Innocent Vehicle, the pride of African road.
Welcome back. The federal government of Nigeria has formally handed over 4 skilled volunteers to the Republic of Sierra Leone as part of the Nigerian Technical Aid Corps scheme. The deployed team comprises highly qualified experts, including 2 professors, a doctor of philosophy holder, and a holder of a master's degree. Their collective expertise spans the critical fields of law, medicine, and science. In a statement on the handover, the spokesperson for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Kemi Ibenifa, highlighted that this deployment is a direct fulfillment of President Bola Tinubu's commitment to strengthening bilateral and multilateral ties with sister nations across Africa, including the Caribbean, as part of his broader vision for South cooperation. The ministry says the volunteers will be integrated into various institutions within Sierra Leone, where they will contribute their knowledge and skills to support the country's human capacity and human capital development goals. The Nigerian government expresses its appreciation to the government of Sierra Leone for the warm reception accorded to the volunteers, and the statement underscored that this initiative reflects Nigerians' belief in collective prosperity and a shared destiny for all African nations and the Caribbean. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, says members of the All Progressives Congress have the mandate to protect the integrity of elections at all levels. The minister, who is the chairman APC Niger South Senatorial Campaign Council, ahead of the November 2025 local government council election in Niger State, advocates an issue-based campaign. Saliu Abdullahi Bonara reports.
Since 2015, local government elections have remained consistent in Niger State. These enthusiastic politicians and stakeholders from Zone A, Niger South Senatorial District, being led by the Minister of Information and National Orientation, have shown commitment to a purposeful conduct before, during, and after the elections. They assured electorates that the dividends of democracy are guaranteed under APC rule.
But again, we wanted to dance and sing. Unfortunately, because of the incidents that has happened to our brothers and sisters in Niger North, we have decided to scale that down, and we pray that all those bandits have attacked. We pray to God that God will give them succor, and I want to assure them that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has a renewed commitment to ensure the safety of lives and property of all Nigerians. You can see that there is enough fiscal headroom created by the reform of Mr. President, so that both the federal government and the subnationals will have enough resources to deliver dividends of democracy to the people of Nigeria. And the people of Niger State have absolute faith in the APC, and we hope and we believe that the next local government election is a test of that strong belief that and determination of Niger people to deliver APC once again.
Upholding the integrity of elections at all tiers of government, the minister assured, is a strong policy of the APC administration under President Bola Tinubu.
The president's message is that no one's blood is worth anybody's position in this country. We do not want any bloodshed as a result of any electioneering or any election in this country. So my message once again, please imbibe the spirit of brotherhood, see yourself as your brother's keeper.
Zone A, Niger South Senatorial District, has 8 local governments and 88 wards. In Bida, Niger State, Salihu Abdullahi Gwanara, NTA News.
The ongoing reforms of the federal government in the public procurement will be a quiet revolution that ensures not just transparency but efficiency and accountability. The Director General, Bureau of Public Procurement, Adebowale Adedokun, gave the assurance at an engagement with professionals, practitioners, and stakeholders across Nigeria's public and private procurement ecosystems. Chinanye Moye has more.
Procurement is no longer an elite's affair. It is a national conversation. And this is why these procurement professionals have gathered here to discuss the ongoing reforms in the procurement sector.
For instance, quarterly, every month, every government agency must report to BPP with all the awards they did.
For the Director General, Bureau of Public Procurement is where policy meets pavement, where promises becomes bricks and mortar. The comprehensive review of public procurement thresholds of ministries, departments, and agencies of the federal government approved by President Bola Tinubu sets the stage for a Nigeria where every naira is made to count, whether in classrooms that foster learning, hospitals that truly heal, or roads that endure after the rains have fallen.
Contract awards. They must send to me all the awards they did within a month. While quarterly, they will give us comprehensive procurement reports.
This meeting is basically to rekindle the fire that is necessary to drive procurement practice in Nigeria.
We are trying to reactivate the association because it has been dormant for a while, and we are getting back to work.
The ground norm for public procurement in Nigeria, at least at the federal level, is the Public Procurement Act 2007. So the document is available.
These procurement professionals say it is not just about contracts, it is about the people. They say when public funds are misused, it is the people who will suffer. But when procurement is done right, it becomes not just an engine of dignity or a source of hope, but also a tool for transformation. In Abuja, Chinenye Ngoye, NTA News.
This is the news at 10 on NTA News24. Here is a recap of our top stories. President Bola Tinubu back home after international engagement on counter-terrorism in Rome. Defense headquarters refute alleged coup attempt, describes report as false and misleading. Federal government asks public and private organizations to uphold accountability in procurement.
Contract awards. They must send to me all the awards they did within a month.
This is NTA News24.
In commemoration of World Polio Day, the Rotary Club of Abuja, Sapphire, has empowered some sufferers of the disease with wheelchairs to aid their mobility and restore to them a sense of dignity and hope. Dennis Adeguloye reports that the beneficiaries could not thank the Rotary Club enough for the gesture.
Mission that is very dear to the heart of the Rotary Club Abuja Sapphire to completely eradicate polio from the world. And through international collaborations, 99% of this has been achieved. With the job yet to be completed, here is a convergence of caregivers and medical experts who are on hand to enlighten Nigerians on how people are affected by polio and how it can be transmitted.
How can this virus be transmitted? By eating contaminated food, not properly washing your hands. It can also be contracted from persons to persons. Yes, it can through droplets, respiratory droplets.
It's not all persons that have the polio virus that manifest the infection. About 95% is inapparent. They are just carriers.
Those affected by the disease narrated their daily challenges and how it is a real struggle to maintain a positive outlook on life. But with the necessary support structures, such as this initiative of the Rotary Club of Abuja Sapphire and other well-meaning people, hope is always kept alive. And for the presidents of the club and other members, the message is clear. Being affected by polio is not the end of the world.
Like you can hear, the lady that brought them here told you her story all the way. Today she was able to go to school. Today she's able to open up an NGO to take care of the initiative, an initiative for those who are living with disabilities. So what are the message that they have to be courageous, they have to know it's not the end of the world.
I want to extend my heartfelt appreciation to Rotary Club of Abuja Sapphire for this kind gesture.
I have encountered good people before, but today I think it's one of those great people, great experiences that I had. So happy, so overwhelmed, and so joyous. And I say, may God bless everyone that is involved in this.
The provision of these wheelchairs has given these beneficiaries a new lease on life and restored their faith in a brighter future. In Abuja, Dennis Adegunloye, NTA News.
And that concludes the news at 10 on NTA News 24. Thanks for watching. I am Vivian Ezadi. We'll see you again at the top of the hour for the news updates.
Review your weekly roundup of the stories that made the headlines and shaped conversations. Foreign Minister Yusuf Tuga and his counterparts are pushing for deeper integration and fewer trade barriers.
If they do such a thing again, that center will be delisted.
Project a sum of 50 billion naira to take care of part of the liabilities.
I find it very curious that the security agents will wait for the president to give a directive to.
And that's 247 in review for this week. Thank you also there for watching. See you next time.